Welcome to 4Movies, where I'll be discussing 4 movies that have something in common. But what they have in common, I know, but do you? If you don't, stay to the end of the video, and I'll tell you. If you do, say it before the end of the video, so we know you knew. Yeah, okay, let's go. Oh man, this is a good one. Now, this movie holds the number 2 spot on my top 5 movies of all time. Because once I saw it, I never saw anything like it, and I thought it was hysterical. It's a movie that gets funnier every time you watch it, and it is dark comedy, which I enjoy. Dark comedies, they're a dime a dozen. Like, a really good dark comedy is a dime a dozen, but it fits into so many. It's one of those things where it's like, they go, "What's your favorite horror movie?" It's like, well, there's a movie that has slashing in it, so if there's a killer, is that a horror movie? Or yeah, it's like, no, that would be a thriller. Well, it's not really a thriller, it's a dark comedy, so kind of horror maybe, but well, mostly comedy. It's one of those things where it's like it hits on so many levels. It's one of those things like, it's so good. It's one of those things like I said, it just gets funnier the more you watch it. And that movie is Very Bad Things. Written and directed by Peter Berg, who would go on to direct such movies as Hancock, Darkwater Horizon, The Patriot, The Losers. He has a wide range of movies. The Rundown, he directed The Rundown. Wide range. Very awesome. But this movie, like I said, is so funny because of the fact that it encapsulates. It's one of the best dark comedies, in my opinion. It's dark, and it has these elements that are just so comical, but they work so well. And there's all-star cast in here. I mean, you got Jeremy Piven, you got Cameron Diaz, you have the guy that directed Iron Man, Jon Favreau. As a lead, you have so many people in here. It's so good. But like, all-star cast, phenomenal dark comedy. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it because I think it's hysterical, but not for kids at all. It is Daniel Stern is also in here, and like I said, just great. It's one of those things. Okay, basically the plot is, if you haven't heard of the plot, like a lot of people, like I think it's one of those things that's also like kind of slept on movie. But the plot is, there's a group of guys, and one of them is getting married. So for the bachelor party, they go to Vegas, and in Vegas they hire a dancer, and the dancer gets there, and one of the guys is like, "Hey, they've been drinking and doing all kinds of stuff. I want to get with you," and he ends up getting with her, but they accidentally kill her, and then it's like, what do we do now? Oh no, and then they have to bury her out in the desert, and it's like, nobody knows she's here, it's all cool. Like, one of my favorite lines in there, like one of the lines that I used to use daily, I used to use like a lot, and like nobody knew what I was doing. Like, "Let me be your success coach." But it would sit there and there goes, "Understand not my words, but obey my commands." You know, what we have now is a 105-pound problem. What was it? What? Yeah. Well, take away the severity of the situation. Take away the social conditioning that you have, and what do you have? We have a 105-pound problem that needs to be moved from point A to point B. The quickest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but we are not provided the luxury of a visible straight line, but I can see it. Phenomenal movie, so great. Like I said, I like the fact that it's an ensemble cast, and every character gets these special moments to shine, and it's so good. Gene Triplehorn's in there as well, and like I said, epic. So like, everybody gets a moment to shine, and it's so good in that way. For me personally, like, I enjoyed it. I've never seen anything like it before, and it's one of those things like that happens, and they're buried out in the desert, but people start unraveling as they're trying to have this set up for the, get ready for this wedding and stuff like that, and these people are unraveling. They're like, "It's too much for me to take," and blah blah blah, and they're like, one, some people are unraveling while others are, I don't know, going insane, but composed at the same time. Like, it's like, they've gone insane. It's like they're going, they're losing it because, like, don't say anything, you're gonna mess anything up, don't say anything, and just the way that it goes. There's a lot of people that don't like the ending, but the ending is like this just ironic comedy where it's like, and so it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't do that. I enjoy the soundtrack too. The soundtrack was great. I wish they would have came out with the soundtrack on, album, but I there was some issues or what happened didn't happen there. Yeah, it's like one of those things where, like, at the end credits, it's like da 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 da, and then boom, breaks into Limp Bizkit Faith. Super fun movie if you haven't seen it. Like I said, not for the kids, but dark comedy. Another kind of movie that I like. This would have to be. I have to put that on my top 10. This next movie I would have to put on my top 10 because of the fact that a good rain movie is just really fun. Like a good flood movie, like Crawl. Crawl's a good one. There's a multitude of other ones. I don't know if there was one called, I think, The Hours and stuff with the guy from Fast with Paul Walker in it. I don't know if that was a flood one as much as, like, he was in the hospital, but that was more of a drama one. But this one's more of an action one, and well played in my personal opinion. Bam! Hard Rain. The Hard Rain is basically, there's a flood in town. There's a group of guys that are basically going up and down. They're armored car drivers, and they're going up and down the banks, and they're collecting all the money and stuff like that, because it's flooding the town. Well, that armored car gets robbed, and there's people trying to get the money. And one of the armored car guys basically hides the money, and so you have a group of guys trying to get him, and he's trying to get away from them. And as the water is rising in this town, and it's super fun. Like I said, these flood movies, like, it had to be a blast to make it. And there's people that can sit there and go, oh, well, that was bad, and this was bad, and this was bad. It's just a fun movie. It's fun. A flood movie is I can't. I don't know if I can fully explain it. It's just one of those, you get to play in water all day. Like, that was their job for this 6 months or whatever they had to film this. Like, they're just gonna play in the water all the time. It's super fun, especially if during summer, not winter. I don't think they would do that in winter. That'd be horrible. I would not agree with that. But sometimes they have the water's heated and stuff like that. Another underwater movie that's crazy is The Abyss. Like, if you get the chance to watch the behind the scenes of the making of The Abyss, it's wild. Like, that's some wild stuff. But anyways, this movie, super fun. Like I said, I like the twists and turns in it. The twists and turns are super fun. You got Morgan Freeman. You got Randy Quaid. Yeah, the guy from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yeah, he's in there. Minnie Driver, I believe her name is. Yeah, in there. And one of those things where it's like really able to hide the fact that she's British. I'm like, what? They're just so good. You don't think about it. All right. Now, sorry if this one runs long, but this is so good movies. I enjoyed this so much. Okay, number 3. And I saw there was a video, like, not yesterday's or the day before that or something like that. I said it wrong, because sometimes I just I'm so into it. I'm just like, bah! Then I'll sit there and be like, all right, number 4. And it's like, that's not number 4, that's number 3. But this is number 3. So, come here. Okay. With not enough. You see that? It's not enough milk. There was only a little bit of milk, but I like to be like a caramel color on my coffee, but whatever. Here we go. You see what movie I have? You see this? See this? True Romance. The closest thing to a romantic movie we'll get from Quentin Tarantino, probably. Unless you want to... yeah, no, I'd say, yeah, probably. Quentin Tarantino's romance movie. Written by, directed by the great Tony Scott. And, like I said, Tony Scott was amazing. Such an amazing career. Goodness gracious. That would be a good video, like a top 10 Tony Scott movies. Oh, dude, yeah. There's so many. Like I said, he directed my favorite Beverly Hills Cop, number 2. and he directed Last Boy Scout. Just so many just bangers. Like really, Tony Scott just bangers. I think it's unfortunate how he went because it was, I don't know, I guess unnatural. But I don't know, he got it done while he was here. But this movie, True Romance, like I said, once again, stacked cast, just stacked cast. I mean, Christopher Walken, you got Dennis Hopper, you got Patricia Arquette, you got, I don't know, and in certain things they had these blue light scenes. I'm like, man, is this like an 80s or thing? I don't know what this is. But just stacked cast, well acted, well played, super fun, bulky from Different Strokes. And essentially Gary Oldman, goodness gracious, Gary Oldman in this movie as the pimp, you know. Oh, he must have thought he was a wife one day. And just so good, like I said, so well played, excellent. It's one of those things where you have like Gary Oldman just like doing his acting chops to the fullest. Like I said, Gary Oldman's a great actor. Like all his roles, super awesome and just well played. And like you can see the character within him. It's one of those things where it's not. Gary Oldman's a chameleon actor, and that's a huge compliment, in my personal opinion, to say to an actor that you're a chameleon actor, because when you're in the role, it's not you, you're that character. Like it's one of those things, it's not a method thing. It's one of those things like when you're watching it, you don't really think, oh, it's Gary Oldman. No, you're like, holy crap, that's Gary Oldman. You know, like wow, great work. And like I said, him as Drexel. That was it, Drexel. And this was just, ooh, man, his scenes were just, it's like one of those things, oh, yeah, ooh, it's tense, and it's so good with the swinging lamp. Oh, man, goodness gracious, this is so well played, such a fun movie. When it was like Quentin Tarantino's, like, one of his breaks. Like, what I said, there's certain things that, like, got him onto that, and it's like, that's like, I wrote a script for Gremlins 3. I'm not saying it's this, don't get me wrong, it's not that good, but, like, sent it out, and I was like, you guys can just have it. Just all I need is a writing credit. That way I can sit there and go, oh, I also co-wrote. But I wrote that after I saw Hatchet 3, because I was like, hey, the guy from Gremlins is still acting. That's pretty cool. He's in Hatchet 3 if you didn't know. And but anyways, True Romance, fun movie. Quentin Tarantino-esque. So it's like you know what you're expecting. Don't sit down with the kids and family. And now our fourth movie. I wouldn't say necessarily my favorite John Woo movie, but still fun. There's so many people that on the movie, but it's like it was fun. Like that's cinema. Like the fun cinema is a great thing. Where you can, oh my goodness, man, my foot is falling asleep. Ooh. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna trudge. No, we're gonna walk on through. It's okay. Cool. Oh, did you see that? Sorry, I was talking too long. Like I said, cross cut. Sorry, but we're on to Broken Arrow, and once again, like John Travolta, just hamming up every scene, eating the scenery, just like yeah, it's like, and also part of a trilogy that I'll talk about later. But this movie was super fun, and like I said, at the end, it's like if you watch, John Woo also directed Face Off. And in Face Off, it's one of those things like you rewatch it and you're like, man, they didn't even try to hide the stunt doubles, you know? And it's like, this movie is one of those things where it's the ending where he gets, like, the villain gets decimated. The graphics are pretty corny, but still awesome. It's just so awesome. It's such a fun movie and stuff like that. Rope-a-dope. And well played. If you haven't seen it, definitely, it's worth a watch. Like I said, it's a fun action movie. Like John Woo directed some really fun action movies. Like I said, he directed perhaps the worst Mission Impossible movie, like the lowest scale. But at the same time, it's still all Mission Impossible. You know, you're still on the balcony, if you will, and you know you're risen up. So, like I said, his movies were super fun, and you just have to have that in mind. Like there's some people like, oh, if it's not an Oscar contender, then I'm not watching it. Go posh yourself away. But a super fun movie. And what do these movies have in common? I will give you to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you say it? Do you say what they have in common? Okay, because I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it. Okay. Also, if you've watched this far, you're awesome. Stay awesome. Thank you. These 4 movies all star Christian Slater. Bam! The Slates. Christian Slater is the lead in all these movies for the most part. Like I said, he is the lead in all these movies. So yeah, like I said, a lot of these have stellar casts, and he gets a co-cast in them. That's cool. And like I said, fun movies, all of them. Like I said, and also Broken Arrow, like I was saying, was part of a trilogy because there's Christian Slater and the girl from Broken Arrow. But Christian Slater and that girl from Broken Arrow, which I can't, Samantha Mathis, is that it? I don't know if that's it. I can't be 100% sure on that. But basically, Christian Slater and Samantha Mathis, we're gonna go with that. But if I get the name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm trying. But like we're just going right now. I'm already probably like 15 minutes into the video. Sorry, but essentially they have a trilogy because both of them were in Pump Up the Volume. Both of them were in Fern Gully, and both of them were in Broken Arrow. So that's a trilogy if you didn't know. And that's a little fun extra fact. Thanks so much for watching. I am an artist and a physical media collector. I'm going to be doing a video a day until I get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky, and or if I just run out of physical media to show you. But I do have a lot of physical media, and I think the next video I'm going to talk about the plan for the channel. That's going to be my new channel trailer. We're going to do that. But thanks so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow. Groovy. Like and subscribe.